Good morning children. Today let us will see the next part of the lesson, necessity of political parties. So in previous class what we discussed about the definition of the political parties and we discussed about the important functions of the political parties, right? So now let us see why we need the political parties in the modern democracy. Okay, in the modern democracy, or else you called necessity of the political parties in the modern world. Okay, modern world. So now let us see, imagine a situation without political parties in India, not only in India but also in the democracy country. Just once we imagine without political parties, okay, without political parties in the democracy, how government should be. Okay, just once we imagine without a situation, see, imagine a situation without political parties in the modern democracies, there will be independent candidates. Okay, there will be an independent candidate. So how the independent candidates can be run the government, now let us will see. So no uniform decision. Suppose in a country political parties are not there means, so what will happen? An independent candidates can run the government and there will be no uniform decisions in the country. Okay, in the country, suppose political parties are there means, so among the political parties, one political party will become a ruling party, another one will become a opposition party. So there the uniform decisions will be possible by the political parties in the modern democracies. Suppose if not there means, what will happen? And independent candidates will not take the uniform decisions for the country. Okay, for the country. And second, no major decisions. Okay, no major decisions not possible in a democracy country like India. Suppose the political parties are not there means, what will happen? An independent candidate, they cannot take the major decisions. Okay, major decisions. So these all are possible through only political parties in India. See, a major decisions accountability would be, okay, so this would not be there in India and limited to constituency only. So these an independent constituency MLAs or an MPs, they are limited for only their constituencies. They are not ready to look after their constituency in India. Suppose political parties are there means, so the political parties are advising to their members to see the problems and opinions of the public in their constituencies. Not only in their constituency but also the remaining constituency. So they will assign some important work to their representatives. So like ministers, right? See, no one would be responsible to look after the country. Suppose political parties are not there means, so these an independent candidates, they will not see the problems of the country. So these all are possible without political parties in India and other democracy countries. So now let us will see why the political parties are most important in the modern democracies. Okay, in the modern democracy, see, the rise of political parties are directly linked with the representative democracies. Just once I will repeat here. The rise of political parties are directly linked with the representative democracies. What is representative democracies? So already about that we discussed in last year and this year also. Representative democracies. So the representative democracies means the political parties and the representatives are highly needed in these democracies in the world. Okay, because that representatives are accountable to the people. They are responsible for their constituency people. They are answerable to the people. So this type of representative democracies are now following by the more than 100 countries in the world. Okay, more than 100 countries are countries in the world. So the rise of the political parties are directly connected with the representative democracies. Okay, representative democracies. And one more, the large societies. Okay, the large societies are needed the representative democracy. Okay, large societies like India, okay, and other democracy countries, these countries are needed the representative democracies. Representative democracies, because the large society cannot be run the government, the large society cannot be contest in the election at a time. So behalf of that large society, they needed representatives to run the government behalf of the people. Okay, behalf of the people. See, these representatives, okay, represented through the political parties. So the representatives, they represented through the political parties. So through the different political parties in the democracies. Okay, for example, in India, so many political parties are there. So more than 750 registered political parties are there in India. In that, some of the national political parties, some of the regional political parties. Right, see, these representatives will see the different views and opinion of the society. Okay, so the representatives will see the different views and opinions of the society, because they are accountable to the people. Why? They are elected by the people. Okay, so only they are responsible for the people. So they will see the different opinions and different views of the society can be expressed in a single agency. So that can be expressed in a single agency through the political parties. Okay, through the political parties. See, and responsible government would be formed. So political parties is there means, so the responsible government would be formed in a democracy countries. Hope you understood about the necessity of the political parties. So before understanding this concept, just once you imagine a situation without political parties, how country should be. Okay, how country should be, an independent candidates may run the government. Okay, suppose they may run the government means what problems will arise? These all problems will arise in the country. So why we need the political parties? Just we discussed it, because all the political parties, or else you call the rise of the political parties, are directly connected or directly linked with the representatives democracy. So the large societies are needed the which one? The representative democracies. So this representative represented through the political parties. So they will see the different views of the society, different opinions of the society. So through the political parties, what? The responsible government would be formed in. I will see how many parties should we have. Okay, so once you carefully see this question, how many parties should we have in the democracy countries in the modern world, especially in India. Okay, especially in India. Now let us see, there are three types of party system a country can have. How many parties a country can have? Only three. Okay, only the three types of the political parties countries can have in the democracy countries in the world. Okay, so here only just to see the answer. How many parties should we have in the country? We have three types of the political parties the country can have in the democracy countries in the world. Okay, so now let us will see which are those three types of the political parties. So first one party system. Okay, one party system. See what it means. What is one party system? See, one party system means only one party is allowed to control and run the government. Okay, in one party system, in only one party is allowed to control and run the government. Okay, so in the world, which countries are following the one party system? In that country, only one party is allowed to contest in the election, and that political party control and run the government. Okay, and run the government. For example, China. Okay, the China is following the one party system in the world. So what is that one party? You know, the Communist Party of China. The Communist Party of China is controlling and run the China government. Okay, China government. But this is not we are considering as a democracy system or democracy country, because this is a communist country. Okay, communist country. So in China, the China is having only one political party, and that political party is controlling and running the government of China. So understood, first one is one party system. Okay, and second one, two party system. Okay, two party system. So this two party system in the world, some of the countries are following the two party system in the world. So what is the two party system? You know, power usually changes between two main political parties. Okay, two main political parties. So in this type of the political party system, the powers means what? You know, the government. The power is usually changing between the two major political parties. Okay, so once that political party will run the government, and the next term another political party will run the government. So this type of political system is existing in United Kingdom and United States of America. So in England and in America, that countries are following the two party system in the world. Okay, and next one is the most important, that is multi-party system. Okay, multi-party system. So what is multi-party system? You know, see, several parties, okay, several parties compete for power, and more than two parties have a reasonable chances of coming to power, either one, okay, either their own strength or alliance with others. Okay, alliance with others. See, in the multi-party system, okay, in the multi-party system, several political parties are allowed to contest in the election. Okay, allowed to contest in the election. Okay, election to get the powers in the government. So in this type of the political party system, more than two political parties are having chances to form the government on their own strength or in alliance with the other political parties. So we are calling coalition government. Okay, coalition government. For example, in a general election, suppose no one political party will get the highest seat or the majority, that political party can align with the other political parties to form the government. So that type of the government we called as a coalition government. So that is possible in only the multi-party system following countries. So which countries are following the multi-party system? India and France. Okay, India and France. So as you know, in India, how many political parties are registered in the Election Commission of India? Okay, more than 700 political parties are got registration in the Election Commission of India. So that political parties are categorized into national political parties and regional political parties. Okay, so hope you understood about this simple concept. How many parties should we have? So there are three types of political parties countries can have in the world. First, one political party system, it is following China. Two-party system is followed in UK and USA, and multi-party system is following in India and France. Okay, thank you.